Michelle, what's Jamie Dimon been saying? And this is sort of nothing new in terms of a lot of the critics saying that this is really causing a lot of damage to Hong Kong's position as a global and regional financial hub.
We've seen a growing amount of tension between Hong Kong and China and the rest of the world when it comes to these quarantine and COVID restrictions. It really does make it difficult to get any kind of business done here, in addition to any sort of travel for leisure or business purposes in and out of Hong Kong. We see with Jamie Dimon actually being able to skirt quarantine that it is possible, but Hong Kong has really locked down on allowing people in without going through the quarantine because it wants to reopen the border with China. And China is really committed to the COVID zero strategy. Hong Kong is following along, absolutely going to do everything that it can to make sure that none of the virus does manage to get through its curbs. And folks like Jamie Dimon are really upset about that. But honestly, at this point, banks like JPMorgan need China more than China needs banks like JPMorgan.
What are we seeing in terms of really giving up that COVID zero strategy that, of course, has really wreaked havoc on the economy and just access for other, for bankers, for business people going into China?
It is almost impossible to get into Hong Kong or China, certainly not without going through a quarantine period. But even on the ground, we're seeing more and more restrictions. We're seeing entire apartment complexes that are locked down, testing happening. Students are being quarantined just because their teacher's husband was infected or a classmate's child was infected. So we are really seeing quite a lot of serious curbs that are happening. It does make it difficult for business to happen. It makes it hard for people like Jamie Dimon, who wants to get in to talk to his people here, to actually do that. That face-to-face communication that's so vital for business just isn't happening. But at this point, Hong Kong is saying that it wants to reopen with China, and that's Hong Kong's priority. And in order to do that, they need to make absolutely sure that there are no cases of coronavirus in the city, and that's where they're committed to making happen.